The next tutorial is going to be for concrete masonry units or block. Again, we're going to go to the menu page, click on the drop down for CMU Assembly, click Yes, go to the CMU worksheet, and here we have a CMU wall assembly. The height of this wall is going to be 10 feet. Let's do something different. Let's make it 10 foot 8. The reason I want to do this is because there's a glitch in this takeoff that you have to put the wall height in feet. So if we made it at 10 foot 8, it would be 10.66 feet. Sometimes you might want to put 10.67 feet in there. You can't do that. It won't calculate correctly. You need to put in 0.66 for 8 inches, 0.33 for 4 inches, 0.5 for 6 inches, and so forth. But 0.66 is where we're having an issue, so we're going to do it that way. The length of this wall, we're going to continue with our wall that we were building before. It's 120 feet. Now we're going to put in how many 135 degree corners we have. We'll just say we have 2 so you can see how it works. And we have 4 90 degree corners. Now we have block size. It's going to be 8. You can choose between nothing or up to 12, because that's a standard size block. So here we're going to pick 8. The other block that are in there are for pilaster blocks: 12-inch square, 8-inch square, 16-inch square, 24-inch square, so forth. This block type is going to be regular, but you can choose between glazed block, a pilaster block, regular block, a round block, which would be a pilaster block, a scored face block, or a split face block. The strength of this is going to be regular strength, or it's going to be a 2-hour wall. So we're going to pick regular. It is not a pilaster column, so we're going to skip that. We're going to set the control joints at 16 feet on center, and that gives us 1 control joint. We have 1 bond beam course. There's a number 5 in that bond beam, and again you can pick the rebar size that you want from the drop down. There is 1 rebar in that knockout. The cells that we were using before were set at 24 inches on center, and we have a number 6 in there. We have 1 number 6 for each filled cell. We're going to use 3,000 pound grout to fill the cells, and again you can pick and choose from an array of different concretes. Now we're going to go to door wall. We're going to use door wall in this, so we pick yes. If we didn't want it, we would pick no. We pick the type. This is limited to ladder or truss. Right now we're going to pick a ladder. The door wall spacing is going to be 16 inches on center. We have 2 lifts, and we're going to have 3 metal frame doors in here, and we're going to set 5/8 by 12 J-bolts in the bond beam at 32 inches on center. Now that's going to conclude the CMU takeoff. So now if we go to the PO, let's see what we have. We have 8x8 regular block. We have 3/4 block, and we put 3/4 block in here as just an extra block on the job to be used for cutting, etc. The half block is the block that's used because we have 1 control joint. This is the half block that's going to go in each side of the control joint. The bond beam block, we have 96. The butterfly block is the block that we picked because we have 2 135 degree corners. We have 22 bags of mortar, 3 yards of sand, and 9 yards of grout. We have 1.92 bundles at 500 foot per bundle of 8-inch ladder type Durwall. We have a control joint that's 11 feet. We have a 10 foot 8-inch wall. We have 1 control joint. We have the loop ties, your lintel screen, then you have your number 5 rebar for your bond beam. You have your number 6 rebar. We have corner bars. We have 6 corner bars. So we had 1 number 5 in there. we have our 5/8 by 12 anchor bolts, and we have our drop bar number 612 by 123 inches for a 10-foot 8-inch wall. Now we're going to go back to the worksheet and we're going to put in our openings. So let's go look at openings. There are a few different types of openings that can be used. So in here we're going to put down what that opening might be. So let's say we have 3080 door. We don't care what swing the door is at this point. We have one of those doors. Now we're going to choose the door, the type of opening. We have a choice between window, a door, or just an opening like you would have on a lanai for a walkthrough, a pass-through. So in here it's going to be a door. This is not a window, so this section is set for window openings. This section is set for door openings. We have, as we say, a 3080 door. We can choose it from the drop down. It automatically gives us the width of the opening and the height of the opening. We are using an 8-inch block. It's a regular block. It's regular strength. This is important because this is going to subtract block and give you half blocks for the openings that you're creating. The lintel type is going to be a regular lintel, which is a precast lintel. We also have a recessed door lintel, which you could choose if you wanted to recess that door lintel, or a power lintel. Those are the options we have, or nothing. So now we pick that up. We find that the recessed lintel is 3 feet if we chose 3 feet. If we choose a regular lintel, it's going to be 4.5 feet. So now let's put in a window. So let's say we have a standard block window and it's going to be a 3.5 SH. In that we have 2 of those windows. So now this is going to be a window. We're going to pick a standard window sill. We're going to pick a standard size window, and we said it was a 35 SH, so we're going to pick 35. And again, it gives you the opening. We pick 8-inch block. It's regular type block, and it's regular strength block. And we have one window sill that's going to be 53 inches. And that gives us our openings. Now if we go back to the PO sheet, we see now that we have our 2 lintels, 2 different size lintels rather, they're a total of 3. Our window sill for the windows we put in. We still have our door wall, and everything else stays the same. And that concludes the CMU worksheet takeoff.